What's going on, Leo? Welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazzy, your reader for today. This is going to be your reading for the next 72, doing something different for you guys. So yeah, let's get into this for Leos. Next 72 hours, what may you look forward to, what you can expect, what you need to know, insight you might need regarding the next 72 hours. All right, let's get into this for Leos. I hope you guys are doing well, staying as balanced as possible. You know, we got a full moon eclipse coming up on May 5th, which is also Cinco de Mayo for those that still celebrate holidays. Yeah, so let's see what we got going on here for Leos for the next 72 hours. What they need to know, what they can look forward to, expect, look out for. Interesting, the way, I know y'all didn't see it, but the card just like went and like landed, and then it like landed on the top and then landed. That's weird. So some of you may be freeing yourself from a situation, okay? Some of you may be coming up on like into some type of like money or abundance, some type of that's freeing you from a situation, okay? Some type of stability. Some of you, this could be about a job, a connection, okay? Something that maybe you're just even coming to the realization that you're needing to free yourself from, right? So I feel like you do have spirit guides that are guiding you through whatever this is. Whether this is like maybe leaving a job. Sometimes we don't plan, you know, these things, and for some people it seems like it's out of nowhere, but especially if you're a feminine, it's never out of nowhere. when we finally just be done with the situation, it's never out of nowhere. We first leave emotionally, and then we'll physically leave. So some of you Leos may be freeing yourself from a situation, or kind of like maybe coming to the realization that you're needing to free yourself from a situation. I do feel like it would be wise to call upon your spirit guides at this time. I feel like you do have spirit guides that are guiding you throughout whatever this is, or making it clear to you, maybe bringing you guidance about, you know, whatever the, yeah, exactly. Some of you are seeking some answer that you've been looking for on whether or not maybe you should do this, whether or not maybe you should leave, whatever this is. I feel like you're definitely getting, you're receiving clarity about that, okay? And Spirit is asking you to trust at this time. Of what I come through, Spirit, clarity underneath that, right before I said it, like I seen it right after. So trust. I really feel like Spirit is asking you to trust, trust maybe the guidance that you're getting. Trust that, you know, even if you really don't know what lies ahead of whatever this is that you're maybe, you know, releasing yourself from or needing to, I feel like Spirit's asking you to trust, you know, that it'll work out in your favor. Like I've had to do that many times, and it's just, and I realize that it's an opportunity to really show Spirit that I trust, you know, the guidance that you're receiving, that I'm receiving, that, you know, is being given, right? And that things will work out. You just have to know that things will work out, because the thing is whatever you believe is what you'll see more of. So if you believe that, you know, things will be complicated and you'll not find a way out, then you're right. You'll just see more evidence of that. But on the flip side, if you allow yourself to believe that I'm being guided, this is what I'm being guided to do. If they're guiding me to do this, then they must have a plan for, you know, what's on the other side of me doing this. If I follow the guidance, right? So I feel like it's just up to you to decide to trust this process, trust yourself. You know, maybe keep what you're doing to yourself. For those of you that are trying to free yourself from a situation, make sure that you're following the guidance from your spirit guides, your angels, your team, but also keeping your plan to yourself. Okay, so like for example, if you're plan on leaving a job, or you're just kind of like, you know what, I'm fucking done, I don't know where I'm gonna go, but I'm being strongly led to leave something, because especially Mercury's in retrograde. So this is a really good time where things are coming up for us to really identify and look at and ask, is this really working anymore? This is the time to make adjustments, whether it's a new project you started, or a new job you started, a new relationship. It doesn't, even if it's nothing new, but this is a time where things that maybe we've kind of swept under the rug, or kind of forgotten about, or kind of just like, you know, turn a blind cheek to, whatever those things, this is now the time those things are coming up to be acknowledged and looked at, right? So we have ballet shoes, card 9, Sagittarius energy. You may be dealing with Sag. Some of you may have Sag highly aspected in your chart, but let's see what else, Spirit. Leos. Ooh, Castle, another Sag card. Interesting. So 2 Sag cards out of this whole big huge deck. All right, so heavy on the Sag energy. For some of you, you're needing to free yourself from the Sagittarius energy, okay? Or maybe you're being asked to step into the Sagittarius energy, because remember that it doesn't matter what sign you are. We're all energetic beings. That means you can embody the traits of and the energy of any given sign at any given time. So I feel like some of you Leos are being asked right now winter, waning moon, crone, the crone within 9 to 12 months. So this is maybe something that is taking place within 9 to 12 months or something, or waning quarter, winter. There maybe is something that happened in the winter time, maybe 9 to 12 months ago. Okay, this is giving me baby vibes, but which is, you know, not even relevant, but it could be for some of you, you know. Remember, these are general readings. They're not not energy specific. Like, that's what the personal and private consultations are for. So for those of you that are interested, feel free to check that information out in the description box. But yeah, this is, I feel like, something that maybe took place in the winter time, or something that you became maybe privy to this past winter, and some of you are maybe being positioned to free yourself from a situation. You know, within the next 72 hours, you may be getting more information about it, or getting some insight, or really being nudged in, I feel like, a major way for you guys to really, you know, put your focus on your legacy, put your focus on freeing yourself from a situation that I feel like some of you know is like, it's getting time. I feel like it's like giving me the energy of, it's getting like, the energy is gaining momentum in that way, where it's like getting more and more so, where you're just like I can't be here too much longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's giving me, it's kind of like making me anxious. Like, I feel the anxious energy. Some of you may feel anxious in a situation or in an environment that you don't feel comfortable in, you don't feel safe in anymore, or that just simply isn't working anymore. And that's sometimes the purpose, is when you're being pushed out of a situation, that's sometimes Spirit's way, or sometimes, like I said, your spirit guides that are guiding you to a better direction, guiding you out of a situation that you no longer, that maybe you've outgrown, or that just isn't serving you anymore. One that maybe you know you're not happy in, but maybe couldn't find your way out, couldn't find you know, your own wave, your own flow, right? So this is about coming into that energy of being able to finally, you know, come into that Sagittarius energy of taking action, getting things done, you know, having a vision or a goal in mind and going for it, right? I feel like this definitely has to do with your legacy, or moving into your own house. Okay. I feel like your efforts are definitely paying off. You guys are definitely being rewarded for maybe something you did in the winter. Maybe it was something you started in the winter. I feel like you're going to see progress. If you haven't seen progress, you're going to see progress very, very soon. Okay. Interesting. Spirit, let's get one more. The Leos, the next 72. I feel like for some of you, your ego, your shadow may be getting in the way, okay? Because your shadow governs, you know, materialism, pride, things like that, but it also governs our fears, right? So some of you may be fearful about something, maybe fearful about leaving a situation, leaving a job, maybe because, like I said, you don't know. Maybe some of you are in your older croning years where you're feeling like, how do I start over at this point, right? And I feel like your guides are telling you don't need to worry about that. You really don't. You know, it's, if you limit yourself in your own mind, that's the only limit that you have. Otherwise, Spirit's not going to limit you. If you're being guided to do something or take some type of risk, no matter how old you are, this is where, you know, you're needing to trust and put your faith in more than ever to make a decision or make some type of adjustment or change. Okay. So we have eyeglasses. Yeah, it's time for you to really look at, make a decision, right? But really allow yourself to evaluate the situation. Really get clear about, you know, what needs to change, where you're going. Allow yourself to really see a situation or a person, an environment, whatever it is. Allow yourself to see that situation for what it is. Really see it clearly, okay? Because you're definitely being rewarded for something. For your, like, you guys are coming into some type of recognition, some type of reward that I feel like is going to free you from a situation. So if it's not you needing to free yourself from a situation, some of you are being positioned where Spirit is rewarding you in some type of way that is like, that's the result, where you're going to be freed from something because of all the work you've put in, all the effort you've put in is finally paying off in your favor. Okay. At the bottom, we have crystal ball here. Seeing clearly twice. Wow. That's wild. That is wild. And this is a Scorpio card with the 1. So this is like a new beginning here. Okay. Wow. It's like, it's going to be important for you to really, like I said, look at the details before you make a decision, before you leave or do something. You're definitely going to be victorious in whatever this is, but it's going to be important, especially, it makes sense because Mercury is in retrograde. That means that this is a time for us to really, before we make any major decisions, that a lot of people say don't do major things during Mercury retrograde. Don't let the planets and tarot and astrology rule your life, right? You just learn about it to help you work with it. They're all tools for us to work with the energy so you can, you know, make good decisions. It doesn't mean to not take any risks though, right? Especially if you know it's one that you're being nudged to do, or you know will eventually, that will, you know, in the long term benefit you. This is the time to really do that. But just make sure that you look over your details. If you normally look over things twice, look over it 3 or 4 times, right? This is also, you know, that time to make sure you're dotting your I's, crossing your T's, right? Making sure that you're communicating clearly before you send any emails or any major, like I said, documents or contracts, things like that. Read that shit over a few times, more than you normally would, right? Just to make sure that you don't miss anything, because this is the time, this is, you know, the planet of communication, right? So that means that this is a time where, you know, not only communication can be easily misconstrued or, you know, kind of lost in translation, kind of get lost in the matrix, things like that. This is a high time for that. So this is, you know, like I said, if this is something that you really want to see pan out the right way, right? You just want to make sure that you're paying attention to the details, being cautious with your decisions, not cautious in fear and from a scared place, but of a mindful place, right? Making decisions from a grounded place, okay? Because yeah, this is definitely something that I feel like is gonna break you free from a situation that you've been feeling, like I said, stuck in, something that maybe you guys have maybe just living with family or something and wanting your own place, and you're finally achieving something or getting some type of like money or something's coming in here for you guys, whether it's like an idea or something that's gonna free you from a situation. Some of you, it's like you're being rewarded in some type of way. Some of you are coming on some like legacy wealth, some generational wealth in some type of way. It could be coming in the form of an inheritance, which, you know, we, all of us, you know, I'm sure don't wish for that, but it's, you know, that's sometimes how the cookie crumbles, so to speak. So yeah, let's see, Spirit for Leos, what's going on for the next 72? Whoa, as it pertains to the spread. 9 of Wands, so another 9 here. So we have Sagittarius energy showing up here 3 times, okay? Let's see, what else? Spirit for Leos, next 72. So some of you may have your guard up, but this is also about, you know, keeping going, okay? You've come so far and you're so close. This is about continuing forward. Yeah, you have a new beginning here. You definitely have a new beginning here, okay? Some of you, it's going to require you to take a risk, to really believe in yourself and take a risk, but you're going to be so happy when you do it, okay? This is the 4 of Wands. This is celebration. This is protecting how far you've come, protecting, you know, all the hard work you've done up until this point is also what the 9 of Wands represents. That's, you know, the 8 is things moving quickly. That 9 is like, you know, being on like ready for anything, like, you know, ready for that next step. But it's, you know, it's going to be good. It's a risk here. I definitely feel like it's a risk, but it's going to be a good risk. Okay. This is something that some of you have been asking for, but it's going to be up to you to decide to do it. But this is like letting you know what's on the other side of this risk is going to be celebration, something to celebrate you being happy. Like I said, for some of you, this is a home. Some of you may be purchasing your first home. Okay. Because you know, stood your ground. You know, have been doing what you've been asked to do by Spirit. You've been following the guidance. You've been putting in the work, right? Allowing yourself to really try something new, maybe do something different, and it's paying off in a major way here. It's really paying off. It's like your persistence and your resilience is bringing in a brand new opportunity. It's just going to be up to you to actually take that leap and trust the guidance, trust your spirit guides. They got you. Okay. Some of you maybe been waiting to hear back. Okay. And you're going to get the answer. You just have to, and I feel like some of you, it's good that you've been keeping it to yourself. If you've been maybe keeping this, maybe for some of you, I feel like this is maybe something, my foot is falling asleep. It's like, I feel like for some of you, this is something you've been manifesting, you've been waiting for, you know, like, or, you know, working on. Maybe it took quite some time. This is Spirit saying, like, you're right there. Some of you are maybe on the brink of giving up on this, or maybe just kind of like losing hope completely. And maybe that's why this is coming through in this reading, to help you maintain your faith, keep that energy in the right place. Now it makes sense with the message I got earlier about the momentum increasing, right? So for some of you, you needed to hear this to know that, you know, what you're doing is working. So you just got to keep going. You can't, this is not the time to give up on, you know, what it is you've been working so hard for, or whatever this is for you. Okay. Let's get an overall outcome message for Leo Spirit, the next 72. For some of you, like I said, this is a brand new home. So if you've been waiting to hear back to see, did they accept your offer? Or maybe some of you have been applying for your own apartment, you know, to move out of somewhere, or just to, you know, move out of, you know, just do something new, do something different. I feel like you're going to hear back about it, and it's going to be positive news. King of Wands. Okay. So this is taking action. That's you stepping into your power. I feel like after some of you, this could definitely be a person, okay, that some of you may have your guard up against, that wants to take a leap of faith with you, that wants to come into union with you in some type of way. But I really feel like this feels more personal, Leo. This feels like a personal journey to some of you, where it's like your skills, whatever skills or talent that some of you have recently kind of like harnessed and been putting more action and effort towards, it's paying off. Okay, you're being recognized. I have achievement here in 2 different cards. Okay, I've seen clearly here in 2 different cards. So it's like by you continuing to maintain your balance through maybe the challenges that you've been experiencing, it's like it's breaking you out of your comfort zone for some of you. It's like finally getting to a point where you're ready to like spread your wings and fly. That's so beautiful. That's so dope. Where I feel like whatever this new opportunity is, it's paying off. You're being rewarded for it. You're celebrating something. And I feel like it's like inspiring you in some type of way. It's like amping up your motivation. It's like motivating you even more. It's like, fuck yeah. Like sometimes you just need that one little breakthrough of opportunity that just, you know, takes like just, you know, slingshots you into the next thing. Okay. And that's what I feel like this is for some of you. All right. Let's see. Spirit, clarify the 9 of Wands. Why is it here for Leos? Why is the 9 of Wands here for Leo? 6 of Wands. Like I said, this is celebration. So it's like by you standing, you know, standing in your power, you know, having boundaries up, protecting all your progress up until this point, right? You're being rewarded for that. You're gaining success for that. You're being seen. You're being recognized. And whatever this is for you, and it's, I feel like freeing you in some type of way. It's like maybe for some of you, it's just simple. If it's not like actual money, I feel like this will lead to that. But this could just be simply you finally feeling like, I finally feel like myself. Like I finally found what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like, and that for me, it has been one of the most frustrating things. So if that is what this is for some of us, that's enough. You know, that's like for me to just feel like myself and that I'm actually where I need to be. Like I can feel that and resonate. Like, yeah, this is it. I feel like for some of you, that is what this is. And that is such an amazing feeling. So let's see. Spirit, what is the Fool here? Why is it here for Leo? What's the Fool? Oh, wow. Wow. Yep. Like I said, you guys are taking this risk and moving on. It's moving you forward in some type of way where things, if they've been difficult, where you guys have to have, you know, been guarded and kind of like, I don't know what's ahead. I've been trying different things and it seems like nothing is fucking working. You're finally figuring out what's working here. Okay. And I feel like things are now getting easier because you didn't give up. You didn't fucking give up, Leo. And now things are getting easier. Things are turning in your favor. The worst is behind you. Okay. Anybody who's backstabbed you, betrayed you, any of that shit, it's like it doesn't matter because karma is being served on your behalf. And that is very clear and apparent here. Like this is so positive already. So let's see. Spirit, what's the why's the 4 of Wands here for Leo? Jesus, that's a lot. Got a whole freaking book. Okay. Some of you are definitely seeing something clearly here. You're seeing opportunity clearly, maybe cutting people off. Some of you have cut off, you know, have like cut out things that didn't serve you. And that's what's bringing in, you know, by you it's like freed you in some type of way to where you're able to put out the energy that you wanted. And now you're receiving that. Okay. This is about getting help, maybe assistance. Maybe some of you have been applying for a loan or some type of grant and you're getting approved. You're getting like receiving the answer. I feel like some of you, your spirit guides have been helping you. Okay. Because you've shown them that you're serious about whatever this is by cutting out the things that don't serve you, the things that maybe have been trying to block you or keep you stuck or trying to make you question yourself or doubt yourself, things that you weren't able to see. You're seeing something clearly now and it's paying off. Okay. So for some of you, this could definitely be a person or a situation, a job. For some of you, seeing yourself clearly. Okay. Some of you are just really seeing yourself clearly and seeing like, I deserve this. I can hell yeah, I could do this. Okay. It's like you're stepping more and more into your power. And that's what's opening up new opportunities for you where you're going to be really fucking happy. There's 3 major arcanas in my hand. I just haven't read the other 2 yet. So, okay. Like we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, that's 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas. 5s represent change. And we're on May 1st. This is May 1st when I'm recording this. So 5, right? So 5s, this is positive changes. That's what the 5s represent. Positive changes. Some of you may be seeing 555. You may have a life path number 5. You may be born on the 5th of August. Okay, for some of you. So like I said, this is, you know, joy, happiness. Okay, things being made clear. Okay, whatever was hidden is being illuminated. Some of you, this is like you've been in the dark for so long, not really knowing, you know, where you were going or what was ahead, but now it's being made clear to you that is something that you've ultimately manifested because you've allowed things to end that weren't, you know, in your highest good. Some of you, this is about transformation, that you finally allowed yourself to maybe step into your power and really change in the ways that you were guided to change by following your spirit guides, following the guidance you've been given, and it's paying off for you in a major way, where if you didn't see it before, you're about to. You're fucking about to. And people think like, how would that happen in like 3 days? That's the thing. When it comes to alignment, time doesn't fucking matter. Time is not an issue. It's not even a factor. Time is a material man-made thing, okay? So when we're aligned with what we're asking for, timing is not a thing. That shit can happen instantly, and you just have to be open. You get a phone call, next thing you know, you do this and do that, and next thing you know, it's like, And you couldn't even make that shit up. You couldn't even have planned it, how shit unfolds sometimes. I've done it. So I'm just saying from experience, like, it can be really magical when you're open. And that's what you guys are doing here. You've manifested something. You've manifested, maybe for some of you, this transformation card is like you've manifested a whole brand new life for some of you, okay? Coming into finally seeing it clearly, like, wow, I really did this. Like, I really manifested this. Some of you are really coming to that realization that you've actually did this, that you actually created all the abundance that you're stepping into, right? This new, for some of you, it's like a brand new timeline, okay? And then that's what's motivating you. That's what, for some of you, it's like becoming that driving force. For some of you, it's like acting as like a catalyst to the next level. It's like pushing you forward to the next level. That's so dope. Spirit, what's the King of Wands? Why is it here for Leos? The next 72, what's the King of Wands? For some of you, this could also be, like I said, a person that's coming in, somebody you've been waiting for, maybe your divine counterpart, okay? Someone that maybe is just as passionate and fired up and driven as you are, okay? Someone that maybe is coming in to motivate you, to help you keep going, to let you know, like, hell yeah, let's do this, you know, and you know, help, like I said, be that driving force behind you. Let's see, Spirit, what's the King of Wands? But for some of you, this is just simply your own energy of stepping into your power, stepping into that divine masculine energy. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, but it's still like that, the level up that, you know, even men sometimes get kind of like unmotivated and uninspired, but this is regaining that inspiration and actually using it to push you forward, okay? For some of you, it's like, yeah, you followed your intuition. You're being motivated and driven because you followed your intuition and rejected something, walked away from something, and now the karmic scales are being balanced out on your behalf, okay? For some of you, this is about maybe leaving a situation, like I said, leaving a job. For some of you, this is simply placing boundaries where you needed them, putting boundaries up with people, like I said, that didn't serve you, okay? People that you know you needed to cut off, people that you maybe didn't want to see under a certain light. You finally allowed yourself to be honest. You finally allowed yourself to be honest with yourself and see people for who and what they were, or a situation for who and what it was, or what it, you know, how it was affecting you, and really allowed yourself to trust yourself, okay? And, you know, turn down things that just weren't making you happy, right? And go for something better, go for something greater. That's the risk here, okay? When you're taking, so some of you may be getting some type of message or some type of clarity about something, like I said, that may be coming from your spirit guides, and this is what's guiding you, okay? It's giving you the answer that you've been looking for, okay? And I feel like when you get this answer, when you get this clarity, this message, you need to trust it, okay? You need to trust it, but this doesn't mean that you go and tell everybody about it, okay? This is about trusting, keeping your cards close to your chest, okay? This is about, you know, until it manifests, until it's actually, you know what I'm saying, you get to a point where you feel like you could share it if you want to. Not everybody needs to know your business, right? But, you know, this is about the clarity you've been seeking. It's coming, okay? Like I said, this reading could be that clarity. It's like you'd be surprised, because this card particular in this deck, in this deck specifically, speaks to seeing a psychic medium, okay? Getting answers, maybe seeing or getting a reading, personal reading. It could be anything. But that's what this card represents in particular from this deck, is, you know, about getting an answer, maybe receiving an answer, or getting a reading done that will give you an answer that you've been looking for. So for some of you, like I said, watching this reading could be your answer. And if you found something in here that is giving you that confirmation that you've been needing or asking for, then this is your time. This is, you know, letting you know to trust that, right? Always use your own discernment, okay? Use your own intuition. But like I said, your intuition is here. It's guiding you. It's like about you taking action on it, though. Taking action on where your intuition is guiding you and leading you, and maybe rejecting someone or something that, like I said, Mercury retrograde brings back people from the past. So for some of you, if this is someone that's trying to come back, you know, trying to get back in your good graces, you need to turn them down and walk away, because karma, you know, is being served. For some of you, if you're being guided to leave a situation, or you're being given an opportunity to free yourself from a situation, for some of you, that is divine karma for someone that maybe you've had to be so guarded and have your boundaries up against. But for others of you, this could just be simply talking about sometimes when we're being asked or positioned to leave certain situations, that is simply helping you avoid being caught in the crossfire of someone else's karma. I've learned that through my own personal experience, that, wow, I dodged a whole motherfucking bullet. And it makes sense, though, when we don't listen to our intuition, and you wonder how people get shot randomly, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, that's kind of how that happens, right? So I feel like for some of you, if you're being guided to, or being, you know, given some type of opportunity to free you out of a situation, that's why. I feel like it's saving you from something for some of you. It may be saving you from something, like I said, that could be karmic, okay? The justice, the scales of justice are being balanced. and you don't want to be, the spirit doesn't need you to be caught in that crossfire. Your spirit guides, I feel like, are protecting you. They have your back, and they're giving you this opportunity to free you from something or to release you from something. And I feel like this is your opportunity to go ahead and take that. Okay, if like I said, if this resonates with you, you'll know where that fits, where it applies. So just make sure you trust yourself, use your own intuition, your own discernment. You know, like I said, this is, you know, for some of you, just serving as a divine confirmation, where if it makes sense, there's so many hits, it's like, you know, it's gonna be up to you. Okay, so yes, that is what I have.